So I want to begin this talk with just a simple reminder. Emotions are not who we are. You know what they are? They're experiences that are moving through us. That's what emotions are. So what does that mean? It means that they rise, they crest, and then they fall. And when we stop fighting them, when we learn to listen instead of fix, they end up carrying messages from deeper parts of our being. So last time we spoke on that last talk I did, it was on the nervous system. It's how it's always scanning for safety, how it protects us when we feel overwhelmed. Today, though, we're moving into the next layer. We're learning how to relate to those emotions once they surface. We're learning to do it without getting swept away by them or from the nervous system shutting us down. This is where the concept of the wise mind comes in, right? Because the idea comes from dialectic behavioral therapy and also mindfulness psychology. And it says that inside us, there are two primary voices. There's the emotional mind and the rational mind. The emotional mind feels everything deeply. It's passionate, it's intuitive, it's alive. But when it's ungrounded, it can react very impulsively. Seeing things only through the lens of what hurts right now, or it hurts right in this moment. But the rational mind is thoughtful, it's logical, it's deliberate. It likes facts, it likes plans, it likes control. But when it's disconnected, it can become very cold, it can become very detached, using reason to avoid something. You know what it avoids? Vulnerability. And the wise mind lives in a space in between. It's neither this nor neither that. It's not about choosing one over the other. It's actually about integrating both. It's that quiet inner knowing that arises when both parts are heard. When feeling meets understanding, when intuition meets perspective. So the wise mind doesn't say, don't feel that. It doesn't. It says, hey, I understand why you feel that. And I'll help you carry it. I'll help you process it. So to give you just a simple visualization or an image to help understand this, I want you to imagine as if emotion, it's like a river. And like all rivers, they're flowing, they're alive, they're a little unpredictable. And when it's allowed to move, it nourishes every single thing that it touches. Now I want you to imagine your reason as the banks in that river. They're steady, they're containing, they're guiding the flow. And when the river runs without its banks, what happens? It floods. It's called emotional overwhelm. That's what it's like. And when there are only banks and no water in it, everything dries up. That's disconnection, it's dissociation, that's numbness. And when both are working together, you know what? The river moves freely and the water becomes life-giving again. Because that's what balance looks like in our nervous system. The emotion provides the energy, the reason provides direction. Together, they become wisdom and the wise mind. Right? Because you can think of it like this. The emotional mind says, I feel lost. And the rational mind says, here's a map. Right? And the wise mind says, all right, let's just take this one step at a time. So let's just take a moment. I want you to kind of look inwards for a second. I want you to think about something. Think about a recent moment where you felt overwhelmed with something. I want you to see what emotions kind of attached to it. Maybe it's sadness or anger, shame, could be fear, could be a shutdown, could be numbness. I just want you to pick something that's safe, something that we can look at right now in this moment. Nothing too deep, nothing too dark. Now, as you hold that memory, imagine those three parts of you in that moment. You have the emotional part, you have the rational part, and the wise mind holds them both. The emotional mind might be crying out, "This isn't fair," or "I can't take this anymore." The rational mind could be saying strong, say, "Calm down. Don't make a mistake. We'll just move on from this." Right? And somewhere underneath all of that noise, the wise mind kind of whispers, "Yeah, this hurts and that matters. But you're also safe to feel whatever this is." That voice, it's a voice that we're trying to hear, we're learning to hear. It doesn't rush to fix anything. It doesn't shame you for having feeling. It just stays. It's steady, it's kind, it's clear. Now, let's connect this with what we've been exploring, the body, the nervous system, and just emotional flow. Because emotions are energy and motions. Emotion, energy, motion. They're meant to move through us, not stay trapped in us. And when we suppress our emotions, when the rational mind overrules all the emotional one, what happens? Our emotions, they get stuck. They freeze in the body and they show up in different ways. Could be tension, could be fatigue, could be disconnection. When we get lost in them, when the emotional mind floods the system, you know what we do? We lose perspective and safety. The wise mind is what helps that energy move through safely. It's the observer. It's a part of you that can say, this sadness moving through me, yeah, that's what it is. This is sadness. And it's going to move through you. That anger that wants to be seen, yeah, that is anger. It just wants to be seen. And that fear, you know what it's asking for? You know what it needs? It just needs a little bit of reassurance. That's what the wise mind does. And when we ask, what is this emotion asking for? Instead of what is this emotion trying to say about me? How is it judging me? We step out of shame and we step into a relationship with the thought, emotion, or belief that's attached to the emotion. Because guess what? Your emotions don't define you. What they do, they're trying to communicate with you. And the wise mind is going to be the one that translates the emotions. Because this is where emotional literacy comes in and why it's so important. Because they give us a language and a structure to locate and release these trapped emotions that are inside us. And that energy that never got to finish moving through us. You might think of it like, helping the river clear a log jam. And you don't do it by pushing water harder or by removing what's blocking its natural flow. You do it piece by piece, noticing where the jam is, finding that one piece, removing it one at a time. Because emotional literacy helps us access the subconscious signals that are there. It's using the conscious to help the subconscious. Because those emotions, the body still remembers those things. And even when the mind has forgotten, the body still remembers. By identifying the emotions that are trapped in us, naming them and releasing them, we're letting our body's river flow again, which in turn helps the mind and the heart reconnect. So, as we do this emotional integration work, I want you to remember we're not fixing emotions. Why? Because they're not broken. What we're doing is we're freeing them. We're learning to listen with both wisdom and compassion. So ask yourself this question quietly and see what comes up for you. What would my wise mind sound like if it spoke to me right now? And listen. It might just say, hey, slow down a little bit. It might say, you know what? Whatever this is that you're feeling, you're safe to feel this. There's a reason it's here. Or it might just be that saying, hey, no, I'm here. I'm here. You're not alone. That's where we begin this process. This is the first step in learning how to listen without judgment, how to create enough awareness to know what emotion is there so we can move it through our bodies, and how to trust that wisdom and hear what it sounds like And that deeper wisdom comes from within. Because your wise mind, isn't something that you have to find. It's not. It's something that you remember. And if you want to know more about doing this deeper work, going into the healing and the recovery process, you're free to watch other videos that I've posted. You're free to comment on them. And you're also free to attend my live sessions that I host regularly. And there'll be a link for those in the descriptions. And if you're ready, if you want to book a call, and I can guide you through the entire healing process, which takes time. It is a long commitment to your recovery, but that's also available, and you can find that in the description. And I do ask that you do a favor, and it doesn't take much from you right now. And I've looked at the data from these videos, and only 7% of the people that watch these videos are actually subscribed, which means 93% watch without subscribing. So if you find this video helpful, my other videos helpful, then please, I ask that you subscribe to this feed, because it does make a big difference to get this content to the people that need to hear it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.